Watching me, watching you. Aha! Chris Charlton for KaijuPop.com, and today we're having a look at Republique from Camouflage. Long time coming. This Kickstarter-backed stealth game that kind of was made with the intent of bringing AAA kind of development and production values to mobile devices and iOS, and perhaps was kickstarted in a time where that wasn't happening quite so often, and nowadays we're in a period of time where AAA development, kind of is happening, sometimes at least, on iOS. So it's in that weird little space. Certainly Camouflage brings a lot of name value, Ryan Payton behind it, of former work with Halo and Metal Gear Solid. We've got voice work by Jennifer Hale, we've got voice work by David Hayter, actually, so the Metal Gear Solid kind of ties left in there. And tellingly, because of that, what we've got here is a stealth game, and it's an episodic stealth game. So we're playing right now episode 1, which came out today as we're recording this, at 500 yen, $5, and there's going to be 5 episodes of this, or you can get a season pass for a quarter off, so 2,000 yen, $20 total. That also comes with developer commentaries as well, so if you're kind of really into this game, then that might be the path to go through. So I'm a little bit into episode 1, not too far, so this shouldn't be too spoilerific. And let's leap in and see what we have here. Basically, the idea is that there's our steed down there. Whoa. There we go, that's better. As I was looking at the screen, it was upside down there. Oh, readjusted. The conceit with Republique is that you start the game getting a phone call from a mysterious person, and through some sort of plot contrivance that's not explained whatsoever, you discover that you're able to zap in and hack any piece of electrical equipment. So I tap that that pyramid, that sort of New World Order thing in the top right corner, and then I can zap from security camera to security camera in a flash like this. And while I'm in this security camera view, I can also find out about the world behind me, find little secrets.
This is the girl's room, 390H. Of course,
you get
this isn't what she calls herself.
About the character here and the plot. Basically, it's a totalitarian state. What's that? Do you want to include your game save in your help desk email? No. I have no idea what that means. Oh, I see. Sorry, I just touched that. No, I thought that was an in-game message thing, and it turned out that's for directly emailing customer support, so that's nice. Yeah, so I can find out a little bit about the world around me. I can zap into this thing here and see my characters. Fish. Basically, the idea is you're in this totalitarian state, and you're kind of in a weird place that seems like a boarding school. There's a lot of mystery surrounding everything, but basically you're found at the start with sort of material, sensitive material perhaps, that's rebellious and speaking out against this state that you're living in, and you are found with this stuff that's contraband, and basically your personality is about to get wiped unless our feminine protagonist here, her personality is about to get wiped unless you, the player, help her out by running around and hopping between these security cameras. But it's not just a case of moving around cameras and being kind of night trap-ish. While I'm in this view, I can hop between different things and hack doors and help out in that regard. And also sort of go through my inventory here. There we go. So we're helping out Hope here. I hesitated to use her name just at the start of this video because I thought she can't be called Hope. She can't be called Hope, can she? That's so generic. But no, she is. And yeah, I can give her a sort of default order depending on what's in her hand. She can either pick someone's pocket if she's close enough, or hit them with pepper spray. But in this view, I can have more direct control. So I tap here, and then she moves into this space. So it's kind of weird. I was kind of, when I first sort of heard of the premise behind this and moving in between security cameras and stuff, I thought, oh, hey, awesome. This is kind of like any number of, not exactly voyeur or night trap, but kind of, I was expecting something similar to a Geist, or even the old Suda's old PS2 game Michigan, where you were trying to frame people in shot, you know, and get a good shot of different conversations and figure out and unravel mysteries that way. But instead you're in this, oh, hang on, that's a bit weird. Maybe I wasn't supposed to find this person. Let's see if we can sneak in here.
Danger.
Danger. No. You see there, I touched to go in the room, possibly to come up to him and knock him out, and she just kind of went, oh, danger, I'm going to hide behind this sink. You know, even though it's perfectly safe to go in because of the, you know, the vision codes or whatever. That's my big problem with this game. It kind of, it feels like because I have direct control over the Hope here, I'm not, there we go, now she can pick his pocket. I'm not really the director that I want to be. I can collect little game cartridges. That's a copy of Ridiculous Fishing that I found. It's just, you know, the typical indie nods to other indie people.
Take this.
I'll take that as well. What's that?
The girl has found one of the banned books. The overseer has banned many books inside of Metamorphosis. As the poor librarian upstairs once said, it is better to ban a book than to burn it. Talk about taking lemons and making lemonade. I wonder if there are more books like this one lying around.
There you go. So it feels, yeah, the game feels I'm not quite the you know, I'm not, what the hell? My goodness. I'm not quite doing the playing the director role that I want to in this, and yet I don't have enough direct control over Hope that I would like. So that sometimes, just like the situation you just saw before, Faith will go halfway out and then go, no, I'm not going there, and then turn back, even though, you know, things seem clear. And perhaps there's a good reason for that, but at some point it's just like, I'd rather make my mistake if I'm playing as Hope, you know. If I'm not, and I'm just playing as me directing this thing, then that's fine. But there again, there's kind of an issue where you're not doing quite enough just zapping between cameras for that to be a strong enough mechanic in itself, it seems, quite yet anyway. I'm sure the later I go, there'll be more in the way of hacking into shit, but that doesn't really seem to be the case here. Whoa! Well, that was lucky. The AI not completely the strongest, so that kind of helps with the kind of sloppy, you know, point and go kind of control system we've got here. So let's get his biographical info here. Oh, and we can see what he's got on him. He's got a copy of Super Hexagon. Let's see if I can get that.
Let's go.
Nope. 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 He's gonna need to get out of
Equipping P0.
pepper spray here. Take that. That could have been bad, but it wasn't. It was alright, because I managed to spray him in the face.
See what he's kept. Let's go for the steal. Nice.
Rob him. And rob him. Go in there. There you go. And even then, directorially, sometimes you can see it's sensible enough that it's
This looks like an old
you know,
cassette
it's
tape.
cutting to an
You may
interior
find
shot
this
of the room.
difficult
If I
to
go into
believe,
a room,
but I'm
that's
actually
sensible
old
enough. That
enough
makes
to
sense.
remember when these were popular.
But
I remember seeing an
it
old
seems really
boombox
inconsistent
when we
with doing
ransacked
that
one of
stuff.
Xavier's hideouts.
Like sometimes
However,
I was just walking across an open room with a camera that I thought had a perfectly decent view of the situation, and it jump cut to another camera at random just to show Hope walking by. And that felt really disorienting when it dropped me back in, because it kind of felt, oh, it wants to do an in-game cutscene right now, rather than show me what's best for actually going for, you know, rather than show me
what your arrogance has wrought.
what's going
You are
on
destroying the things that make your life meaningful.
but yeah, so
doing this to yourself.
it's got some nice ideas to it, does Republique, and you know, clearly it's got a lot of craft. I mean, it has got that AAA level of attention to it when it comes to, you know, the fact that this is fairly well written. It's certainly very, you know, it's got a lot of depth to its mythology. The fact that I'm finding,
I've lost track of the subject.
jeez, the fact that I'm finding all of this stuff about that's had dedicated stuff written for it, you know, that's all good stuff. It's just that the way it's executed is pretty poor. You know, especially when it comes to taking direct control of Hope. It almost feels like the original plan was for this to just be about moving in between security cameras, and they kind of realized there wasn't enough game to that, so they added in this point and click mechanic, which just doesn't work. I mean, if you've ever played, you know, if you're a big fan of point and click adventure games, as I am, you know, you kind of find that the most frustrating parts of those games were the scenes, especially probably from the mid-90s onwards, where they thought we have to somehow incorporate some sort of action sequence into this point-and-click adventure game, and that, you know, then suddenly you had to do this pointing and clicking stuff really, really quickly in order to get past these action sequences, and it just didn't match, and those parts were always the most frustrating, terrible bits of any point-and-click adventure game. That kind of feels like half the game in Republique, and that's a big shame. I know there's not much to this security camera hacking stuff, but it almost feels like the game would be better served just being not much of a gamey game, but sort of assisting Hope through as a sort of ghost in the machine, and drinking in some of this plot stuff, rather than, you know, hey, we need to be doing a whole bunch of action gameplay here. So I'm going to turn off that security gate, zap over here, wait for him to come out, turn around, maybe pick his pocket.
Check his pockets.
Little thief. There we go.
Got it.
Got it. What did I get? Star Loom. I haven't even heard of that. So if anything, it's a decent recommendation game engine. Oh no, I've been spotted.
Engaging the subject.
Get your grubby mitts off me.
Oh no.
I've apprehended the subject.
Well, this has never happened to me before, so what? And then she's just leaving. What? Oh, okay. At least we'll see what the checkpointing is like before we call it quits here. What can I do? Is there something I can do? It's not unlocked that. Then what? Where am I being taken?
This is a battery charging station. Certain Omni abilities will drain the battery on the girl's phone. You'll see her battery life displayed in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Direct the girl to any recharging station.
Thanks for telling me that. Like, I played this game for about an hour. I didn't know that.
Captive is in confinement.
Oh wow, this is actually pretty interesting. So I guess every time you get caught, you get sent to this little cell, and then I have to find some way of busting her out.
Hey there, you just found a data broker terminal. These are located through any data you can be traded to the Omni abilities are valued and assuming control of.
And well, okay, so it seems the game's kind of opening up a little bit here. And I have money for no real reason. I have no idea why I have this money. I have no idea what any of these things are or do. What should I have here? Oh, okay, so each item I find, I cash in and I get money. Great. Cool.
What would you like?
So what is this? Eavesdrop. Can eavesdrop on conversations, or I can distract guards, or I already have that, right? Okay. I already have that from the start of the game. Or I can scan email. That's probably more plot hits. Let's take that. That could be handy. I'm gonna pinch that one. Yeah, so it seems that as you go, you kind of open up a few more abilities and stuff, which for you in camera mode, which is cool. So that kind of makes even less sense. You know, it means it makes even less sense to kind of have this really awkward direct control over my character here, where, you know, were I able to handle that properly, I probably would have been alright and not gotten caught, but, you know, hey, as it is, you know, I'm tapping to move around this environment and playing director at the same time. It just kind of, apart from anything, it feels stylistically a little bit off, and, you know, mechanically a little bit off as well. But yeah, it looks like we're juddering to a halt here, so yeah, that's Republique on iOS. There we go, sorry about that. That's Republique on iOS. Said first episode's 500 yen or $5, so yeah, check it out if you're interested. Thanks for watching, bye!